So it's anyone's guess, really. Yes, you'd say Robertson, because of his big match experience and the success he's had, would be the favourite, but he does seem to be struggling for confidence at the moment.
Final frame.
And the question for Michael Holt is, can he hold himself together if he gets the chance? He's already had a great one, which has passed him by. Lost in a final frame decider, which was very nervy against Stuart Bingham at the International Championship in the quarterfinals. What sort of final frame are we in for here?
So often with these deciders, they tend to go two ways. One is clean, or we have a scrappy one with loads of chances. We saw that one yesterday with Marco Fu and Ding Junhui when it went down to the final black. They were missing it all over the place. Marco just fell over the line in the end, 6-3. If that had gone 5-4, it might have been totally different. It wasn't a decider. Of course, it was a match for 6-3, but it felt like a decider.
Well, on the evidence of this match so far, you'd say the odds favour the scrappy scenario rather than the clean kill. We shall see. Certainly a big prize on offer for whoever does get over the line. £30,000 for starters, twice as much as the loser will get, and the chance to play for a place in the semi-finals tomorrow against Stuart Bingham, who I'm sure is watching on somewhere with interest.
Well, that's a fine shot, but he's caught the knuckle. Needs that white to go on the cushion, and it's not quite there. And Neil's got a red here, and he can stun down for the black.
Could have been even worse if he'd caught the middle pocket bumper a little fuller, because cue ball would have been right back amongst the reds. This isn't a gimme for Robertson, particularly given the way he's struggled a bit this afternoon.
Yeah, and I don't know if he's got the angle to come down for the black. He might just play a safety. If that white had been another 2 or 3 inches off that cushion, he'll be playing the red, obviously. He's looking at playing safe off the one that's nearest the black. Yep, he's prepared to wait. Can't blame him for that.
Well, I think that was an attempt at the pot with safety in mind. Needless to say, the first part of the equation was some way off. Not too bad a result, though, particularly given that Robertson is hampered by the green.
Nice little nudge on the knuckle there. Didn't intend playing it that thin. Now again, there's a little tempter here for Michael. He could try and knock this red and stay on the blue, but he could be leaving one on. At this juncture, I'll just say wait. Just play a safety. Decided on the safety. Not great. You don't want to be hitting the baulk colours on the way back in any frame, especially a decider. Now this is Robbo's range here. He might be playing the one in the middle of the table.
Ordinarily it would be, certainly. Usually deadly from distance, Robertson, but as we've said already, a bit low on confidence at the moment, perhaps.
Yeah, he's playing, deciding the safety. Well, again, there's a little, well, there's 2 or 3 tempters here for Michael. Just depends how he feels. That's a loose one. He's left this red over the corner.
First blood then to the Melbourne left-hander in this decider, but not ideally on a colour.
Surprised he didn't try and get over for the black or the blue there. I think he had some angle. It's a decider. He's not quite on his game. If he was, I think he'd be taking the yellow one. But now he's thinking, well, he'd be thinking for putting these safe or making it awkward. Well, it seems I might be wrong. Is he going for this or just laying the white on the top cushion? Back cushion, I should say. Well,
Neil Robertson walk.
Cue ball tight to the baulk cushion, keeping Holt under pressure. Robertson more than happy to wait for a really good opportunity rather than take any risks. Michael Holt had an opportunity in the previous frame, which was at this level gilt-edged, but could only make 30 plus from it. Will he get a better one in this frame?
well, he has. And I think this red near the black will pass the blue. Got one to the middle anyway. Just depends on the angle on this red near the black. Missed it. Well, what a chance that was.
So much at stake here in this final frame, particularly for Michael Holt, who isn't used to playing for such high stakes. Neil Robertson, as we know, has won everything in the game that matters. Holt still waiting for his first major title. He'll settle for that, with Robertson again hampered by the green for the Reds on the right-hand side. This match the best part of 4 hours in length now.
Yeah, caught that well. I shouldn't think Michael will be tempted with this red on the right hand side, not well, it's high risk. Caught it all wrong, and he's clipped the one on the way back. So this is the first real chance. Well, actually Neil missed that red to the right middle, but this is a good chance as well.
Probably wishes he had gone for the tough red now.
One.
Pink to the middle. Push that red away from the pink spot there. It's opened up the pink to both corners. It's okay, the blue is available, but the black's tied up. It's just not straightforward though. It's all about control of the cue ball here.
Eight. Twelve.
He's underhit that by some weight. I really can't see him taking anything on here. It's away for midnight here in Guangzhou.
Neil Robertson, 13.
Robertson will be disappointed with just 13 from that opportunity.
Yeah, you can see the reason why he's put the cue ball there. He's just covered or blocked off the left hand side as we look. He's forcing Michael to play something on this right-hand side. There was a chance to get back to the ball carrier, but he could have come through the gap of the two reds. Putting the white to the cushion. Oh, that's fair enough. Well played. Good pace on the cue ball, keeping the pressure on. He's trying to force an error out of Michael. Well, both are, obviously. But I think it's going to be one of those. It could be 2 or 3 twists in this final frame. Chose to attack, but at least he's got the cue ball down the other end of the table. He'll settle for that. Well, it's thin, it's pacey. Covered the one to the left, but there's one on to the right here. But it's one of those, if he takes this on, it's got to go in. He'll be leaving reds. He's had a quick look at the pink, which goes, so he can hold for the pink here. Well done.
What?
He's in. Now what can he do with it? You can see the determination on that face. Again, just got to keep it all in check.
Seven. 8. 14.
And again, this is all about cue
15.
ball control. Just try and keep it simple. Don't put pressure on yourself.
Well, we wonder whether Michael Holt would get as good a chance as he had in the previous frame to wrap up victory. This is a reasonably good one.
Yeah, it wasn't a great safety from Neil. Just caught the red too thin. Cue ball came down the table.
21. 22.
Just slightly the wrong side of the pink here. Could have done with being high on it to stun down for the one near the black. I'm not sure if there's anything there goes to the right corner. Might come over for the left on red. Well, he's had a couple of looks at reds to this left corner. In fact, is he trying to get through the gap for the one near the black?
28.
Might be another one actually. Yes, there's that one there. But he's slightly hampered. He's gone a touch far there, Phil, hasn't he? Because both those reds go.
Yeah, this is not as easy as it looks on your screen right now. He's got it though.
29.
Well, I think pink rather than the black. Could have done with running through another couple of inches. Well, that's the floor camera angle. This is very missable under these conditions.
Certainly is. Has to be super accurate.
Well done. So far, so good.
Yeah, that was a pressure shot.
36.
Played it in such a way, of course, that he was covering the pocket if he missed it, but break goes on, 22 in front. Came so close to beating Stuart Bingham at the International Championship in the quarterfinals. Can he erase that disappointment here?
$37.
That's okay. Okay, got a couple of cannons, but the blue was insurance, and he can just drop this in for the right and red. Well, it's been a long match this. It's been hard fought. It's not been of high quality on occasions, but
42.
it doesn't really matter at the moment. It's just a question of getting the win.
$43.
34 the lead.
48.
59 on. He's very close. Well, red, black, red. And then another colour to really seal it.
$49.
He's held himself well here, Phil.
He has, particularly given what happened in the previous frame when he was bang in, and he sensed as though the tension got to him a little bit, just as it did against Stuart Bingham in their very nervy final frame decider in Darching. Can he get over the line this time? Certainly looking that way now.
Yeah, it's just a red and a colour needed here. 42 the lead,
56.
43 on, and the blue to follow, which means he's just doing the maths. Red and blue will mean Neil needs 2 snookers, just in behind the red on the cushion. Pop that one in, it's all over. He'll be into the last 8 against Stuart Bingham.
$57.
Well, he's gone the other way, gone low on the blue, which means he can stun over for the one on the side cushion. Just make sure the pot here, though.
Absolutely, because this is match ball.
Well, every credit. He stood up well here.
You could almost see Michael Holt exhaling there, a sigh of relief. He's nearly home. Snooker's required. Robertson, you can be sure, will come back for them if Holt doesn't pot this red.
That's all he needs to do. Just drop it in, dead weight.
No heroics, in it goes. Well, Michael Holt has beaten Ronnie O'Sullivan 3 times this year. His results have become a lot more consistent with the work he's been doing on the mental side of things with Terry Griffiths. There's no question that his match play temperament has improved. It's still a work in progress to some degree, but this is a fine win over one of the world's best, who admittedly is struggling a bit at the moment. Neil Robertson is not at the top of his game, and he'll want to reflect on one or two things, I'm sure, with so much snooker coming up, including his defence of the Champion of Champions trophy next week back in the UK. But today it's all about Michael Holt. It's not been pretty, but he won't care a jot about that. He's through. He's also guaranteed a cheque of £30,000 and still has the chance to play for a potential 200,000 should he go all the way to the final. He'll be delighted, though, to have come through. He deserves to win. Neil Robertson well below par. Michael Holt has held his nerve at the last when it looked as though the